What we see in the news shapes how we understand the world. But what if we're only getting part of the story? From conflict zones to climate disasters, global headlines often miss the voices of people who actually lived through these events. And that's where misinformation sneaks in. Not always as lies, but as incomplete truths. Media literacy isn't just fact-checking, it's asking who's telling the story and who's missing. Because if we want to get closer to the truth, we need to start listening to the people living in it. In a world flooded with headlines, one question demands our attention. Whose truth is being told in global news? From Myanmar to Mexico, local realities are often repackaged by global media, and in the process, distorted or diluted. Misinformation doesn't always come from fake news. Sometimes it's the absence of the full picture.
Misinformation thrives when we rely on just one narrative. Media literacy is about asking, who is telling this story? Who's left out? Only 40% of global newsrooms have local correspondents on the ground in developing nations.
According to UNESCO 2022, fewer than half of the major international outlets employ local correspondents in many regions, creating a dangerous vacuum filled by stereotypes and assumptions.
The BBC said we were starving. Yes, we face drought, but we also have community food programs. Where was that story?
We can't fight misinformation without including local perspectives. Media literacy means recognizing the imbalance of power in whose story gets told and believed.
So as misinformation spreads, the solution lies not only in fact-checking, but in teaching people to read between the lines, to question, to seek the other side. Global truth needs local voices, because the truth isn't just what's reported, it's who gets to report it. The stories we hear shape how we see the world, and what we miss. When global news drowns out local voices, we don't just lose facts, but we also lose truth. In places like the Sahel, headlines focus on violence, but local reporters at outlets like Albango show us the full picture. The people, the resilience, the why. So what can we do? Stay with me and listen deeper. Follow local journalists. Ask who's telling the story and who's missing, because the truth isn't simply one voice. It's all of them.